backside 180 in, 180 out butter looks like this. Backside 180, switch frontside 180 out. Gonna show you that again. Here we go, winding up, backside 180, landing in a butter, 180 up. Now, this trick is almost exactly the same as the previous trick, frontside 180 in, 180 out butter, except we're initiating in the backside direction. Now, when you initiate in the backside direction, it's less common. Not as many people do it this way. It's not necessarily harder, it's just that it's more comfortable practicing the frontside direction first. Okay, main thing to do is initiate with quite a bit of backside momentum. You gotta get that full backside 180. So you'll see I wind up and release. I'm gonna start by doing it without buttering. I'm just gonna do the two 180s in a movement. So wind up, backside 180, switch frontside 180. Now, the switch frontside 180, it just kind of happens. It just comes around. You don't really even have to think about it. You just have to look back in the direction you want to land and pop, and it'll move around. So what I mean by that is it's actually harder to stop your rotation. It's easier to continue it on and come back to riding normal again. Now, for the real trick, the hard part is being able to do those two 180s, but land in a controlled butter position. Land in the butter over your tail, or in this case, it's actually over your switch tail, which is normally your nose. So I'm gonna show you the trick. You'll see I wind up for the backside 180, wind up, backside 180, land butter, and you see it just wants to bring me back around. So you don't have to think too much about the switch frontside 180. Now, when you're holding that butter, it doesn't have to be very high. It can only be 10 centimeters off the ground. See that? It doesn't have to be as high as that even. It can just be, it's about control, doing that trick smooth. And you'll see that as I did that, it kind of kept rotating. That's fine. If you keep kind of moving through that trick, that is totally fine. Okay, here we go, winding up, backside 180 in, switch frontside 180 out. Okay, this trick, these two different tricks, you can do these in powder, and it feels awesome to be able to butter these tricks in powder. And they look good all over the mountain as well. I'm gonna show you it on the balance bar, not because it's actually a really hard trick on a rail or a box, but if you learn it in your living room on here, it is gonna make it so much easier for you to actually butter this trick on the mountain. So I've taken the top piece off to make it easier. Gonna back 780 into a switch tail butter, 180 up. And even on the balance bar, you'll see the board kept moving through the trick. That's kind of realistic to snowboarding. The board can keep moving and sliding around while you're doing the butter. Boom. This is a rad trick to learning to snowboard. Make sure you check out our snowboard tutorial on this trick. Backside 180 in, 180 out butter. We have a detailed breakdown of steps to be able to learn on your snowboard. I'm Nev Lapwood from Snowboard Addiction. Our goal is to improve your riding.